Hello everybody, welcome to part 2 of Sonic the Hedgehog. Our high-speed journey takes us to Springyard Zone, which is probably my favorite level in the whole entire game. If not one of my favorite zones in the whole entire series, to be honest. It's mainly due to the aesthetics. I'm a sucker for cities that are in mountainous regions and also cities that are in the sunset. And just look at this background. Which leans more into the idea that the zone transitions, well, lack thereof, actually started in this game rather than Sonic 3. With Green Hill Zone obviously starting in the daytime and Marble Zone starting with the sun almost setting but not quite, now it's true sunset here. Which makes it more of a mystery as to why Labyrinth Zone was even in the consideration to be the second level. Like, who thought that would have been a good idea? Yuji Naka, was it you? But no, there's more to Springyard than just the look. It's more platform heavy, but it's not like Marble Zone where it's nothing but platforms. There are plenty of chances to gain speed here. Especially if you utilize the slopes and hills. There are also plenty of secrets like that, the secrets I got back there was like speed sneakers as well as, I believe, an extra life, or it was an extra life in the original. There was something else too, I was thinking. Oh yeah, it's easy to get 50 ranks here. It's still within the early stages of the game, so you won't get into trouble until Labyrinth, which is one more zone away. The Batniks here are a bit more deadly. Well, I mean, Crab Meats and Buzz Bombers make their return, but you also got this new Batnik, which is slightly more dangerous, and I'm drawing a blank on their name. Hold on a sec. Oh, okay, it's a simple name. They're called Spikes. These enemies have spikes on their head. You want to dash into them from the side, not jump on top of them. Not only are they stuck in this game, but they make a return in Sonic the Hedgehog on the 8-bit consoles, Sonic 4 Episode 2, Sonic Jump, Sonic Dash, Sonic Lost World, and, well, both versions of Sonic Lost World, actually. So, pretty common enemy. Anyway, here's Special Stage 4. This one is a bit more trial and error-y. You got split pathways. You have to make sure you go down the right way, otherwise you will fail, like I almost did. Follow the rings. Follow the rings, trust me. That is the way. Do you know the way? Yes, I know, you got a Knuckles meme, but I also watched the Mandalorian movie recently. It was pretty fun. But it's also like, don't expect a serious Star Wars movie. It's really just a popcorn action film, which is really what I wanted from Mandalorian to begin with. Oh, goddammit. Get up there, Sonic! All the peppermint candies and shit. Anyway, that's 4 out of the 6 Chaos Emeralds. We are 2 more to go. I will say that getting the Chaos Emeralds in this game is definitely the most straightforward. You just get them. Sonic 2, the stages are harder, and Sonic 3, well, there are technically 14 emeralds you need to get. And you don't collect the other 7 until you get the prior 7. So, yeah. Anyway, Springyard Zone Act 2 is a bit more harder, but, well, not really, actually. I was just lying. Here are the spikes right here. You just roll into them and they self-destruct. Now, there are weird signs in the backgrounds that say stuff like CPU, on, off, and another sign that says cope. I wonder what they could mean by that. Sega, what are you trying to tell me? Trying to tell me that Sonic is not as good as it used to be? Well, obviously, I know that. But still, you don't have to be blatant about it. Anyway, here's another treasure trove right here. We got invincibility. You open these bad boys up and you have 15 to 20 seconds of pure invincible madness. You can run roughshod around the stage, but be careful of crushing and drowning. And bottomless pits, you'll still die if you get caught in those. Sonic? Sonic? Stop, please. Also, I noticed that the sound effects aren't playing here. I don't know what's going on. I may have just glitched the game out, or maybe it's the problem with the collection overall. There we go. Oh, please, damn it! I just want the shield! Oh, I love the soundtrack. Sonic 1 has one of the greatest soundtracks on Sega Genesis. I'm not kidding. And the thing is, with each game, the music just gets better and better. Sonic 2, fantastic. Sonic 3, well, I mean, you got Michael Jackson. How could it not be great? But then again, I'm playing Sonic Origins, so they may have done some things with the Michael Jackson music. And I'm going to be really, really sad about that. It's another one of those Sega what the hell were you thinking moments, but that's besides the point. Anyway, here's Special Stage 5. This time you don't really have rings to guide you along, so you may have to look ahead. Oh my god. Get out of that situation, Sonic. But as I was saying before, you have to look deeper into the pathways to make sure you don't run into the goals and end your game real quick. Slow it down there, Blue. Slow it down. Right, there we go. Go to the right. And keep falling down. Yeah, there we go. I was about to say, don't go down that way. Wait. The birds in the background aren't even flapping their wings. Did the Origins collection screw up, or was that always the case? I don't even remember anymore. I've always thought the birds were flying at least, but may not be the case. If anybody knows for sure, let me know. The childhood memories of this game are too strong and not strong enough. I can't even remember if damn birds were flying or not. Anyway, here's Springyard Zone, Act 3. Get the shield before we go. There are no rings yet. Now we got rings. The rings in the Sonic games were kind of overpowered. They act as your health bar, and if you get hit with them, you lose the rings, but you can pick them right back up. Even if you have just one ring, you can survive anything. Well, I say anything, but I'm looking at these crushers. You won't survive that no matter how many rings you have. Or drowning, or a bottomless pit. There are some checks and balances in place to make sure you're not too overpowered. And hell, even in the Game Gear games, if you lose a ring, that ring just goes away. I might do a dedicated Game Gear Sonic the Hedgehog playthrough some other time. Not now though. Though I will admit, Sonic the Hedgehog on Game Gear is pretty good. I might even like that version more than the Sega Genesis version, to be honest. Oh my god, hot take, you're not a true Sonic fan! You're a faker! Well, I have opinions, you know? Opinions are just like butts, you know? They're just like butts. Alright, avoid the crab meats. They actually do shoot projectiles more often here than they did in... God damn it. Than they do in Green Hill Zone, so you want to watch out. Oh man, I wasn't fast enough. If you beat that block over to the right, you'll get 2 ring monitors and, I believe, an extra life. Or maybe it's invincibility. These platforms are kinda janky. And so was that hitbox. I should have cleared that spike ball. Well, at least I don't have to get the Chaos Emerald in this stage, I just have to beat Robotnik. And Robotnik's pretty simple here. Or Eggman, god damn it. American and Boomer alert, even though I'm technically Generation Z. Robotnik, Eggman, whatever you call him, he's easy. There's that cope sign again. What are you trying to say, Sega? What do I need to cope with? You do want to be careful here. There is a bottomless pit, and if you fall down there, you will die. Good thing is there is a checkpoint right there. Eggman's method of attack here, he tries to spike ya. They call this the Egg Stinger. He'll pull a block out, he'll try to shake it off, but that platform will be gone, which means less room for you to move. Your strategy for this battle? Get Eggman to spike at the far edges of the arena. No! I will get you, Hedgehog! God, I sound less like Robotnik and more like Spider-Man from the animated series when he got the black suit. To the ends of the earth! Anyway, here is the absolute worst level in the game, Labyrinth Zone. I know what you're thinking. It's bad because it's a water level. Well, no, it's not just that. It's bad because it's way too slow and meandering. The stage takes forever. And I'm not gonna lie, I do like Sonic physics underwater because they are weighty and realistic, but god damn it, do I have to be under here for this long? Which runs into the second problem. Sonic actually needs to breathe. So you'll find these pockets of air right here, the bubbles. You want to collect as many bubbles as you can because Sonic in Sonic 1 drowns kinda quickly. Once you hear that song change, you need to book it for an air pocket or just straight up air because you only have 5 seconds from then on. I do like Labyrinth Zone's music too, even though it sounds like the trolliest thing ever. It's cheerful and joyful while you drown to death. And trust me, drowning in this game is not a fun time. I'm pretty sure it scarred a couple of kids too. Hey fellow 90s kids out there, were you scared of drowning? Cause I sure was. You have these spike ball traps too. Anything to just delay your progress as much as possible. But that's not even the worst part. The worst part are these enemies called Orbinauts. They're these spherical enemies that are surrounded by spike walls that kind of orbit them, hence the name Orbinaut. But the thing is, they're protected by these spike balls until they shoot them off. Which means you have to sit there and wait for them to expose themselves. All this while you're probably underwater fighting for every breath of air. Yeah, I gotta fix the sound. What the hell happened to the sound here? Ah, man. I will say, I do admire the graphics on display here in Labyrinth Zone. The wavy effects in the water, that's top-notch stuff for Genesis. In fact, I think this is probably the best looking game to have come out this early in the Sega Genesis lifespan. This game came out in 1991, so it was way before all those treasure games and Phantasy Star 4 and Mortal Kombat, which pushed graphical fidelities to the limits. Those games look damn good in their own right, but Sonic did it first. And not to mention the console wars that Sonic and Sega started. Though admittedly, I would not put Sonic 1, keyword being Sonic 1, on the same pedestal as Super Mario World. Though I would put Sonic 2 on there. That's where Sonic got great. But here's final special stage rather, and wouldn't you know it, this is the easiest of the bunch. You start right at the Emerald. Why wasn't this special stage 1? I don't get it. And that's one of my major gripes with Sonic 1. The difficulty feels like it's sporadic, never like it doesn't feel natural, you know? This special stage being one of them, but also how the main levels play too, like Green Hill Zone, that's the first level, is easy. Marble Zone, that's kinda difficult. Spring Yard Zone, also kinda difficult, but easier than Marble. Then there's Labyrinth Zone, which is more annoying than it is hard. Also, to mention the fact that Labyrinth was originally supposed to be the second level of the game. I'm glad they changed that. Sonic 2 and 3, and Knuckles would handle the difficulty spikes better in those games. I'm surprised we have not run into more Orbinauts. I've only seen one so far. But that's going to change right now. I just ran past him since I have invincibility, but you can't do that otherwise. You're gonna have to sit there and wait. Or, if you have a good running start, you could jump over most of them. Give me the shield, get that bubble, get the chomper. Chompers don't really do anything, they just waddle back and forth. You know, I've always wondered what those murals in the background with the faces, what is that supposed to symbolize? They're even in Marble Zone and I still have no idea what those are. Like, what's the lore here? What happened? One looks angry and the other one looks like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. So, yeah, apparently they're supposed to be owls, but I don't see owls. They look kind of weird and janky for that. Oh yeah, this particular Orbinaut's in the damn way. I remember him the most. Just duck underneath all of his projectiles and then wait for him to expose himself. They are completely helpless after the spikes are gone. You also want to be careful here, jump to the other platform so that way you don't get crushed up against the spikes. And you're going to be at the end of Act 2. This is actually a rather quick act in particular for Labyrinth. But don't worry, Act 3 is going to be way harder. So here's Act 3, and this stage will bring about a trope in Sonic games. It's not that deep of a trope, but the stage will loop vertically unless you do something strange. Like right here, you have to jump at that angle in order to get off, hit that switch, then jump into the waterfall. Again, the Sonic games wouldn't make this trope as obvious as possible, but when it's there, it's noticeable. You hit this switch right here. And if you want a shortcut through Labyrinth that will shave off some time, you just stay on the top path here. Do not take that platform down unless you want to take the scenic route. Now, taking the shortcut does not mean you stay out of the water. That just means you're spending less time in Labyrinth is all. Sonic 1 can be mean sometimes, especially with Scrap Brain. We'll be seeing Scrap Brain in the next part. The final zone, or Scrap Brain rather, because there is a zone called Final Zone, is a ball kicker indeed. Okay, we have resurfaced. Gotta watch out for these spikes and spike balls, and I'm seeing that Sonic loves spikes. Or maybe Robotnik does. Oh god damn it! Okay, if that was the original game, I probably would have died there. I mentioned this in the previous episode, but in some productions of Sonic 1, like the original version, or I think it was like all the way up till version 2.0, if you get hit and then get knocked back into spikes, you'll still die. No invincibility frames, you'll just explode or fall off the screen. You're not Mega Man, but you might as well be. However, later versions of Sonic 1 as well as the sequels would fix this. And this version right here, Sonic Origins, well, it's a later version, so if I get knocked back into spikes after taking a hit, I won't die instantly. And I assumed in part 1 that the spike glitch was intentional just to make the game not too easy, since you had the rings and stuff, but apparently no. That was an error. The spike glitch was an accident. Which, you know, hell of an oversight, guys. So many kids lost their lives to this. Well, not really. They lost the Hedgehog's life, not theirs. Sonic is like a cat in a hedgehog's body. He's got 9 lives, so just come back. Somebody call Blaze, please. Here's the final stretch of the labyrinth. Hopefully to never see this area again. Anyway, the boss here, again, it's more annoying than it is hard. It's basically a glorified chase. There he is! Eggman wasn't ready with some sort of death trap or a machine, he just is flying around in his Eggmobile. So what you want to do is get to the top before you drown. I've always found it weird that Labyrinth Zone just did not have a boss. I don't really count this as a boss. You don't even beat Eggman, you just chase him off screen. And don't get me wrong, there is a way you can actually beat Eggman, get the 8 hits and he'll explode. I've done it once. And I've only done it once. You have to be quick. But with all that out of the way, Eggman is running away, we're chasing after him, and I'll see you guys in Starlight Zone. Next part is the finale, so stay tuned.